Hey YouTube, it's your girl Sanaya. Welcome back to another video.
Boy, now you make me float, float. Boy, you really give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope, 'cause you.
Hi everyone, I hope everyone is doing great. I'm doing excellent. And today I want to talk about how can you break a generational curse. It's a lot of people that go through a lot of burdens in their family because they don't know that they're supposed to be the one to break that curse in the family. Maybe you're going through a lot of stuff in your family and you feel as you're the one that's pressured, you're the one that's dealing with their burdens, you're the one that's going through so much shit, but everyone is like smooth, everyone is going through shit but not as hard and rough that you are. And that's what God is kind of calling you to be, that chain breaker, because you're bound to their burdens, past generational things. So now you will be asking yourself, like, how can I break this curse? How can I break this chain? Because you gotta understand, familiar spirits doesn't happen by coincidence. You gotta understand there was an agreement back then in your lineage that spirits, unhealthy spirits, were coming in your family lineage or generational lineage in your family, and there was agreement that someone in your family is going to have to speak against it. Who is going to break that chain? Who is going to disrupt those entities, those spirits that is in your lineage, that is in your family? Who's going to speak against it? Who's going to shut it out? Who's going to close it out? Who's going to block it out? People don't know that they're a generational curse breaker in their family because they're so bonded. They're bonded to what their family are saying and how they should go about things and how they should be doing things. But you don't know that they're holding you back from generational wealth and spirit. Meaning you could be high ranking in spirit, they could be pushing you back from that to reach your full potential and everything, because you're so bonded to what they've been going about things for 20-15 years in life. But you gotta know that God has a person in the lineage who's going to speak against it. And maybe, yes, your mother, your dad could have been the one to speak against it, but they didn't. So now God look at the other generation that's coming in and choose that person to break that lineage, to break that spirit, to break that curse. And that's when you step in and you have to do it. I'm going to give you some tips how you can break the chain, how you can break the curse. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, you know. It took a lot in me to actually break it. But once I start understanding what God was telling me to do, I didn't even look at it as that before. I was down and out. When I was in a low vibrational state of mind, I was having entities or like demonic forces clouding my mind. I was binded to it. Yes, we all have been, but you gotta understand, we all have to literally do that in order to reach our full potential. There is no light unless you get through the dark. We reincarnated here and we choose our parents. When we was not here, we choose the parents that we wanted to have, and when we choose them, they help us overcome certain things. So God made it that way, and so people can literally reach their full potential. God can't give you anything that you can't handle. If you have some terrible parents, they never get you, they never understand you, they don't want to just hear you out, you're the generational curse breaker. And you have to be the one to actually put your foot down and say, I'm not gonna let nobody force me, tell me I should do this. I don't care if you're my mother or not. It's the title. God do not say that your parents should respect you, should want to do things to you and everything. God didn't say that. Yes, God said be respectful to your parents, but if you still be respectful to your parents and they still be bad to you, you have the right to say, I don't want to be a part of this. I don't. I love you, I forgive you, but I'm out. You don't know that they're the ones that's supposed to help you become the better version of you. God made sure it functioned that way so you can get to a different level in life. He just gotta see if you can handle what your family puts you through, what your fake friends put you through, what your fake lovers put you through. Once you pass all those tests, then here comes a next level in life. You have to literally work hard to become something. If someone ever got anything fast, just know they made a deal with something that is not God. God's going to make sure he leads you the way, even if it takes brick by brick by brick by brick. It don't matter. It will still flourish like flowers at the end of the day, because God was leading you. So never be scared to choose yourself. It doesn't matter if they family, friends. As long as you listen to God, ain't nothing nobody can tell you. That's the thing with people now. People in your family and your friends, they wanna, and your lovers, they wanna play like they're God. And God showed them, no, there's only one God. People think they can play God in people's life, and that's not right. Cause sooner or later you will get karma. That's why I say, leave people behind if they're not doing you right, because all they're doing is fucking you up, fucking your money up, and fucking everything in your life up, because you just attached to them, because you give them communication. I'm trying to tell you, it's still strings attached. Even if you're giving them a fucking say so, or even talking, speaking, you're still connected to that person, because you're giving them your attention, you're giving them your time, you're giving them that. When you're walking the path to break the generational curse, you have to come in agreement with yourself and tell yourself, I don't care to walk alone. I don't care for validation. I don't care if people hype me up, if people are on my side. I can walk this path alone, and I never needed no one. You have to tell yourself that, because these people in your life, they want you to need them, so they can feel validated. Because you gotta understand, you're the one that holds the power. Or they don't hold the power. They feel like they hold the power because they in control of something, because they're the mom, because they're the dad, because they're the big brother, because they're the big sister. Y'all don't hold no type of string attached to me, because y'all are all connected to some spirits that is unhealthy, and I don't want to be a part of that. I'm going to be the one to break this curse in the family, whether you like it or not. I don't care if you don't like me because I'm against the shit that you're against. Oh well, I don't give a fuck. Who cares? Who cares? God don't, because he told me to walk this path. So they gonna have to not like it. People are not gonna like what you choose and what God told you to do. But oh well, whoever don't understand you, just know they're attached to something that's not worldly, that's not of God. You gotta understand, transformation cannot happen when you have unwanted company. So that's why God literally shifted me out of an environment that was not healthy for me, that was actually demonic, because God knew I couldn't change in the same environment that broke me at all. You can't change in the same environment that broke you. So that's why God moved me out of that, so I can have my transformation. So whatever good things are coming my way, or whatever things that God have in store for me, they will come when it needs to, because I don't have people in my ear or in my face trying to stock blessings or fucking me over, you know, here trying to talk to me for bad intentions and stuff like that. I don't have that, people, because I have my eyes on the prize. God told me to stay focused. Do not trust nobody unless someone is being sent by God. But other than that, I know when an unclean spirit, when I see one. God is not going to build you in the same environment that you broken or that is under demonic forces. That's why you feel like you're always losing money, you're always losing friends, family. You never keep something because you're under demonic forces. Your lineage got demonic forces in it. Unless you mess with a chosen one, that's different. That's different. You feel me? You get karma. Well, you have to literally not give a fuck what nobody's saying. You be the different one. When you are a generational curse breaker, you're a black sheep. You gotta be comfortable with sweeping everything under the rug. No more family secrets, no more helping people, no more lying for people, none of that. If you have to expose your family, if you gotta expose your lover, if you gotta expose your ex-friends, do it. And so what? God is calling you to do it because it's going to help them face what they've been putting up a facade or putting a mask that no one can see. Only a true speaker can see through that shit, and they're gonna call it out, and they're not gonna like it. They're not gonna like it at all. But guess what? A true speaker don't care, because with all the lies that people could speak, one truth is going to destroy all them lies that they speak. At the end of the day, we don't care if nobody lie on us anyway, because we know if we speak, if we say something, baby, it's the truth. It's the truth. That's why we don't really say too much that we can say. But if we do, baby. But you cannot be scared to expose secrets. Any secrets. Do not be scared. God is going to protect you at all times, because you are literally being the one to take that risk, to be the one to worship God, to speak against the evil that is in your lineage. So while you building up that foundation for your kids, and after, you still have all that hell back then that's still trying to linger, but you're still pushing forward. Because no matter what, God got you. He's protecting you. As long as you put your trust in him and you know that he got you, he's covering you, you're good. Just do what God has asked you to do. I'm sorry. The same thing that is happening to you, and then generational after you, you have to identify it. So poverty, trauma, fights, all of that, you have to literally identify it and try to break it some way. Just know that the stuff that you peep in your family, it wasn't right, it wasn't cool. You have to know that yes, it was some demonic forces in your family that just wasn't right. Like getting killed, fighting at family function, never could get anything right. Like, I'm trying to tell you, it was a spirit in my family ever since I was young, and it's been going on for generational, but I'm the one that's going to stop it, whether they like it or not. You have to come exactly how I am. Don't be afraid. Fear is an illusion. You should never fear. God says no fear. It's an illusion. You have to be brave. You have to be confident that you got this, no matter what. People think, oh, the fame and the bags and all this stuff is going to make them happy. Some of these rich people are not happy. And they got the bags, they got this and they got that. They're not happy because that's why they're not rich in spirit. That's why they got to do sacrifices and stuff like that, because they're not rich in spirit. They have to steal souls and stuff like that and do rituals and sacrifices because they're not rich in spirit. But when you're rich in spirit, you might be broke, yes, But if you do what you say that you're gonna do, God is gonna restore all that to you that was greatly for you. That's why people be still mad at people or have a grudge at people that has a rich spirit, that's high vibrational, intelligent, smart, all that stuff. Just got a light to them, because they know that it's not about the bags, it's not about this and all that, it's the light that you have. And another thing, we have to stop blaming our parents. When you get older, you gotta stop blaming your parents, okay? Because you gotta understand, generation before us, there was things that our parents or our grandmothers couldn't do for us. So we are the ones that have to pick up the slack and get it done, to break it. We have to be the one to do that. And you have to do the work. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna break a generational curse, I'm gonna expose, I'm gonna do this, and that, and don't do the work. No, you have to do the work. You have to do the shadow work. You have to look within, reflect on yourself and what you need to know, how to fix yourself, how to be a better person, and how to be a better person to people out there too. Because when you're mean to people, you're never gonna get your way. God will not bless you. God will literally bless you. Look, I'm trying to tell you. God will bless you, right? Even if, say if you did something bad to somebody, right? God will bless you and act like you winning. And then as soon as you get all your shit, God will pull it underneath from you. Boom. Yeah. You thought it was all fun and games, huh? Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, God is smart. Don't ever underestimate God and Jesus. Do not. God know how to play his game smart. As soon as you think you're winning, God will pull the carpet right underneath your ass and say, yeah, give me that. You have to be careful who you coming against and who you doing things to. Like, even with your family, they think they might get away with things going by doing stuff to you and everything. As soon as you move away from them, ooh, baby, towers. Destruction. You'll get a tower. You get a tower. You get a tower. If you know that your family is just a lot of bullshit, be the one to step to the plate and just be like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be the one to change, to step up to the plate. You gotta want to do the work to even be that curse breaker. It's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy. But as time go by, you're gonna be like, it wasn't that bad after all. I just needed to trust in myself a little more. I just needed to rely on myself a little bit more. You're gonna be thinking like, damn, the whole time I had the power, I had the magic, I was the glue to the family, the one that needed me the whole time. I didn't need nobody else validation. I didn't even need nobody on my side. I was the one that needed me the whole time. You start to realize, like, wow, this was God was trying to tell me the whole time. Like, back then I used to be a people pleaser. I wanted to please everybody, and I didn't care about no validation, but I wanted to please everybody and help everybody, but everybody just said fuck me over. So I started to looking within myself, and I found myself. Now I'm the best version that I can imagine. That's because I'm not running underneath a demonic force anymore. I literally took myself out that bondage that people were trying to attach to me. God said, no, baby. Everybody's family is different, but my family, it was a lot of like drug use, a lot of drinking, substance drinking, a lot of drugs, and a lot of actually drugs passing around, selling them everything, and I will see that. So you have to repent of what you see, but also with things that you don't see, you have to do your research on it too, by using the word of God, looking into the Bible. Like I said, you don't know, but you just know what you see, and you just know it's not right. Liquor is like a spirit. Not all of it, not the passing drugs around. I don't do all that, like. But I used to smoke and I used to drink, and at a young age, and I know I'm not supposed to be drinking at a young age. We're not supposed to be drinking at a young age, but we do it anyway because of what we're going through in our family. You can't say that's not why. You can't just say I do it for fun. Blah, blah, blah. No, you're doing it because There's low vibrational people in your family, low vibrational spirits that's going around your family, witchcraft going in your family, a lot of stuff that's going around in your family that you don't know, but you can feel it. Don't know it, but you can feel it. And sometimes you might know it. You might know, like, yeah, this is affecting the family, but I'm going to run to liquor and I'm going to run to drink because that's what I see my other family doing. And that's just a cope for me to, like, not really give a fuck, you know, so I can feel numb. And that's how I used to feel too. I just be like, bro, I'm going through so much. I always like, let me just smoke, you know, let me just drink. It never stops. Yeah, we might want to drink and smoke and stuff like that, but it never stops. It's like you're really not really getting over it. You're not really doing nothing but spending money. You losing money, that's all you're doing. This is how we be. I mean, not me, I don't do that. I just stopped. I just knew, like, I couldn't do it no more. It's so low vibrational. It's not for me. And once I stopped doing it, I learned, I'm like, yo, I can really not give a fuck. Like, I can really go without it. In order for you to raise your vibration, you have to try to break the chain off your family and to better yourself and not indulge into what they got going on in the family. Try to be different. Don't be the same as them. Just because they smoke and drink and da-da-da, you be like, okay, I'm doing it too, I'm gonna do it. People are gonna think different. People gonna think, oh, I can still smoke, da-da-da. Do you. But I really feel as in order to not be in a low vibrational state, I think you should not smoke, because, like, smoking could bring you in a low vibrational, and drinking too. And it's like, I just want to be on a high vibration at all times, because you gotta say these things could make you lose memory and forget things too. So you gotta keep that in mind too. The battles that you don't want to break and face, your children will have to face that. So if you're dealing with lust, your son is going to have to deal with that. Your daughter's going to have to deal with that. If you can't confront yourself with drinking, smoking, indulging, your kids are going to have to literally deal with that, face that. But you're going to kind of feel some type of way that you're going to try to go on their ass. You be like, oh, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. But did you do it? Did you stop it for you? So why are you gonna control them? You didn't break that. You didn't face that. So now they have to face that. And you, by telling them not to do that, doesn't mean that they will stop it because you said so. Maybe if you would have stopped and you faced all that stuff, everything would be okay. They probably would have never even want to do all that stuff. Because your inability to not face being insecure, your daughter, your son is going to have to face that. Divorce, relationships, your kids will have to face that. And you don't want them to have to go through that stuff because you faced it for them. You took all them hits to the chest for them, so they won't have to suffer when they come to your life. So you can just be a safe place for them and everything. You don't have to do all that. That's why it's good to face them stuff that you're going through to the chin, to the head now, because if you don't, all you're doing is generational. So not that you didn't face that, they're going to have to face it. And if they don't break the generational curse, their kids will have to face it. But either way, one of your either grandchildren or your daughter, your son, they're going to be the generational curse breaker because you didn't break it. You might start resenting them or treating them badly and this and that there because of what they are doing that you don't want them to do, but you did it. Then either your grandkids or your children, they're not going to talk to you. You're asking yourself, why this, why that? It's either because you didn't break the curse, which is okay. That shouldn't be a reason on why, but it's because you want to control them. You wanted to be God in their life, play God in their life, not letting them be free. Yes, you could tell them what's right for wrong, but forcing them, no. Sometimes you have to let them learn their lesson, but in a good way, in a healthy way, or explain your pain to them. But just trying to control them, beat on them, abuse talk to them, all that's not going to get you nowhere, but them not even wanting to be near you. So that's why I tell people, choose wisely on what you say to your kids, because your kids will remember that through their life. There's so many phrases that my parents told me that I still remember in my life. You know, I forgive them, but I remember this stuff. It sticks to me because your own blood. So you have to be strong enough to do it for your kids, your future family after that, so they don't have to suffer. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notification on, and stay tuned for the next video. If this video is short, I'm sorry y'all, I am tired and it's literally like 11 o'clock and I want to go to sleep. Alright, bye y'all.